a lot lower than last time I was here. Good ice on the water. No problem. Well, the road's getting a little rougher and a little muddier, and I'm out for a walk anyway, so I decided to park here. But I look down at the ground and there's seems to be pottery even right here. It's plain gray pottery. That is, well, I don't know what that's petrified wood. It's certainly a sharp stone. It could be used as a cutter or a scraper. These things can happen accidentally, but when you find them with pottery, you tend to think they're have a cultural association. That may be a rock. This is certainly pottery, though. Well, there's a painted piece sticking right out of the ground. Just picked this up here. I couldn't tell if it was wood or bone, but it's ceramic. So this is a ceramic handle from a ancient piece of pottery. Not so common to find those, for me anyway. I've been wanting to come to this place for years, and I finally got a permit. It's sort of a rare trip for me in that I think I know where the petroglyphs are. They're up there on the tip of the land there, the point. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to find, but I hope to be surprised. I'll get my feet a little wet here. Looks like previous lava flows here. Somebody lined the rocks up here. Maybe a simple property divider. I don't think there's any private property here. That's interesting. Oh, here's a couple more. Can't tell, modern or ancient. More of these gray rock outline here. Well, I pulled out my binoculars and scanned around to see if I could see any petroglyphs up high or where. I didn't see any on the high parts yet, but I did start to see some down here in the lower area. So we'll go down that way and take a closer look. Okay, so here's some glyphs. Oh, there's a humpback flute player there, which I usually think of as a Kokopelli type. And there's obviously a few other people. And maybe snakes. These squiggles certainly. These two squiggles may not be a snake. Oh, there's another another Kokopelli right there again. See, looks like he has a backpack on, playing a flute. in a reclined position. And further along the rock, that's a bighorn at lower right. Looks like a snake. Another, I would guess, bighorn at on the left side. And look at that, another flute player at top. And coming off the top up here, you see there's some more glyphs. It's probably humanoid there on the right side. Oh, a nice panel on this side in the shade. Outlined cross. Some say that's to represent Venus, the very bright star in the sky. I don't know if that's universally agreed. Unfortunately, it's peeling away a bit. See some people here. It's sort of a chunky one there. Well, you know, that's actually, I think that's a birth scene. That looks like a baby down below. I think that's what that is meant to be. Down below here, you see a parade of animals, probably bighorns, including some little ones. There's a bigger one up here. Some more stick figures. I tend to call them lizard men. More here. That is maybe to represent a buck with a big rack. Somebody's imagination. There's another big animal up here. Let me move a little further away. That may be some vandalism there. Look at the feet down here. It's a big foot. 5 toes, 5 toes. That's important because a lot of these show 6, which apparently polydactylism was a real thing. There's another couple flute players, I think, right here. Animal up there. A little bit of graffiti. Nice panel. This is one I saw from a distance. You can see a big squiggle or snake along the bottom. See if I can get close enough. It's a nicely made bighorn on the left. And interesting that the squiggle slash snake actually goes around the corner there. You can see. Well, this is one of the biggest rocks near the river, and I can see it's got some writing on it. A bit degraded. There, and then over here. You can see a big section of it is broken off. Huh. That could be corn there. Looks like a somewhat later animal pecked over the older stuff, as well as these guys in the corner here. That one looks a little older. Well, here's a big guy. He's lost his head to erosion. But look at the claws on his hands and feet. I'm not sure what that symbol might mean. Let's see. I can tell there's some more pecking on this side, but it's a little hard to make out. Oh, there's a snake on the side of this one. Oh, look at that. We got more here. Look at that. There's a bow, an arrow, going for a bird of some sort. Could be a turkey. Turkeys were good eating, good food source. Several birds. Several guys. A little hard to make out maybe what is going on there. I don't know if that's supposed to be a string of dancers down there or something else. Bighorn over here. Maybe animal tracks. And over here another one close to the river. I can see petroglyphs on the dark part there. On the blackboard. A little bit faded. That's obviously a bighorn there. Things are a bit hard to recognize. There's a guy with a headdress and big claws for feet, and he's pointing one arm in one direction. Some concentric circles or spiral up there. Looks like a giraffe. I'm sure it's not a giraffe. Looks like a lizard man with ear decorations. Coming around the other side, that's a little more obvious, the glyphs here. I'll stand on a rock so I can see them a little better. You can see the peck marks, how it's made here. It's not always obvious. You see some scratches in there too. A little harder to recognize up close. These are a couple people. Some circles over there. Some deeply pecked stuff here. You can see a guy at lower right here who's missing his head. No, that's actually his body up top. He is still missing his head, but this gap here has opened up sometime since he was made. The rock has split. See his shoulders, you can see his legs. And a little hard to make out some of these things. That's obviously a person. It could be a hand with an arm. Parts of some lizard men there. There actually is a scholarly paper I ran across from 1993 of people who studied the site, archaeologists and rock art experts, and they concluded most of these glyphs are from the Anasazi period, ancestral Puebloan of around 800 years ago, but some could be 2,000 years old, and some of them, by the later people came, could be as young as 100. Now that is a big snake up there. We'll have to go see that one. Can't miss that one. Oh, and there's a smaller one next to it. Nice stuff up there. See some old ones here, repatinated. There's a guy with, he looks like he's got a, you know, an antelope headdress on of some sort. I guess that's how they made little Anasazis. Obviously people here, different sizes, maybe a family. But look at over there. That is a nice bunch of petroglyphs. Well, let's start at lower left. That looks like another Kokopelli, face down. Some squiggly snakes. There's a humanoid. Look at this. This is a nice boulder here, as is that one up there. Let's see what we got. Look at that nice spiral with a tail, a long tail that's got some 90-degree angles. Snake to its left, some dots. That looks like a couple feet. Again, dots, maybe representing tracks. And look up above, boy, that one's pretty. Look at that nice sort of scroll work. Something scratched above that, probably by later people. The guy with the, we'll call them earrings, I don't think that's what they're called. And look, he's got a staff in both hands there with a nice snake. Down here, I'm guessing that's corn. Corn, of course, quite important to the people living here 1,000 years ago, 800 years ago. That is a giant snake. Somebody did not want you to miss that. That's an older sort of scroll above it. Another abstract thing that is coming off. Some more older things down below that maybe we can't recognize. See an animal down there. Another animal. Oh, this is a nice spot. Look at that little outline cross up at the top. Meant to maybe meaning Venus, and there's the moon right above it today. Up there quite high, I can see on that big dark face a bunch of glyphs. Well, this panel is above my head. It's quite steep here. And all I can do is maybe try to take some pictures from here and then see if I can get some from the top. Sort of, there's some spirals. I don't know if that's an outline cross. It looks like an X from here. There's a bighorn. I'm not sure what you're seeing because I'm holding this above my head. A bighorn with a long tail. And these are nicely made. Okay, from the top, maybe we can get a better view. Interesting. I don't know whether that's maybe a coyote. He's got big feet. He's got his mouth open. He's got some antlers, so but he doesn't look like a bighorn, but I don't know. Artist gets to do what he wants to do. Maybe a couple staffs, and those humps, I don't know, maybe they're mountains. Now there's much older ones on here. There's a squiggle that's been incised, maybe later. People, a person anyway, a guy. A couple footprints, spiral, maybe a little graffiti. This may be some vandalism here. But this is much older. Now look at this guy. He's got curly Q antenna as a headdress. Animal up here. This curly Q's spiral. That's got to be a bighorn. Again, very old, completely repatinated. These ones could easily be, oh, the oldest ones, a couple thousand years old. Close to 2,000 years old. More people, animals. This is something new. Looks like leaves on a vine. It's been incised. Looks like a turkey track down there. There's a person, a couple people. Part of a person. Claws there, possibly a powerful person. Look at these ones up here. Possibly male and female. Again, headdresses. An upside down lizard man. It's another humanoid, another foot. It's quite a big panel. Run out of room to walk along it. There's a bighorn. There's a guy down here on his side. I'm going to have to back up to get the rest of it. You can see it's continuing. It's a nice panel. Again, it looks like there's a lot more here originally, but again, it's likely weathered off. Another big snake. Look at that. Let's see. It's clearly an animal up there. And a spiral. Looks like a snowman. I don't know, maybe some cut-off flute players down here at the bottom. Very cool. See up here, I can see that looks like some very old marking there. I can't tell exactly. Maybe a spiral. And I just noticed opposite this rock, there's sort of a low panel down here. I've gotten down on the ground. So the sun is probably bothering me less. It's turkey tracks. Looks like a snake. Spiral, circles. Again, just opposite the other panel. That's another snake. It's obviously, this part of it's very old. It looks like somebody's added on to it here at this end. forgot to mention why this place has so many petroglyphs. It's at a point of land quite close to the river. So this would have been a route that people followed for years, hundreds of years. And they left their mark. Look at that. Some parallel lines, a couple of them with tail up there. Huh. Some of these may be more modern. Look at those. Looks like a pretty nice little panel down there, center. So I'll go down. Yeah, those are nicely made. Hard to know exactly. A little bit different than the others. May need to put a shadow on them. Oh, there's some over on that boulder as well. A little bit of, that's mine and my wife's initials, but we did not do that. Another scary guy, but he's lost his head. Same with this one. Boy, look at those claws. Fortunately, flaked off. I can block the sun a little bit, see a little better. At this point, my phone camera died, so I pulled out an old super zoom camera I carry with me, and I thought maybe I'd use that. But after taking this little bit of video, the memory card on it malfunctioned, so I was done for the day. But there wasn't much more to see. It was a good day.